My name is Yusuke Monomiya, 28 years old. I'm just an ordinary office worker at a trading company. I like my job well enough, and I get along reasonably well with my colleagues. But lately, I just can't seem to settle down. There's one reason for this unease. My supervisor, Mizuho Yukimura.
The project hasn't been making much progress lately.
Well, that's because the supervisor's leading it. Her guidance is way too strict.
But I heard that thanks to her strictness, we've been making fewer mistakes.
That might be true, but come on, the way she talks to people is just wrong. Everyone's walking on eggshells.
Honestly, the project stagnation is the supervisor's fault.
Is everyone really that dissatisfied with her? The supervisor is definitely strict, but I think it comes from her sense of responsibility. But at this rate, the project is going to be in real trouble. One evening after work, I stopped by my usual bar and ordered a beer at the counter. Nothing beats that first drink after work. It just hits the spot. I glanced to my side and was shocked to see my supervisor sitting there. The sight of this unexpected person made me do a spit take of my beer.
Huh? Motomiya?
The supervisor turned towards me, and unlike her usual composed demeanor, she was crying. Are you okay, supervisor? What's wrong?
What about you? What's with that Santa Claus face? Lately, I feel like I've been too hard on my subordinates. I know everyone says I'm too strict and scary.
Supervisor.
But I can't afford to be lenient yet. I want everyone to grow more. That's why I need to guide them properly. But it hurts to be disliked.
Maybe it was the alcohol, but her usual stern facade was gone. Seeing this vulnerable side of her, this gap, made her seem cute when I found myself listening to her story.
Sorry for showing you such a pathetic side of me.
It's not pathetic at all. Besides, supervisor, you're not scary. You're just too serious. That's right. Maybe smiling is important too. Let's start with smiling.
Smiling?
Even when you're praising someone, if you have a stern expression, they won't take it positively. Your facial expression completely changes how people perceive you.
Smiling, huh? Okay, I'll try it. Thank you, Motomiya.
That's it. That smile is perfect. I want to see that smile starting tomorrow.
Stop teasing me. But thanks, I'll try to keep smiling in mind.
Seeing the softer side of my supervisor, I told her she could always talk to me. And we spent the evening drinking beer together. The next morning, when the supervisor arrived at work, the office chatter stopped abruptly, and you could feel the air tense up. It's the day after yesterday, but I wonder how the supervisor will be.
Good morning, everyone. Your recent efforts are showing visible results. Let's continue working hard for the project's success.
The employees were surprised by her sudden smile, but seemed pleased.
Wait, did the supervisor just smile?
It really changes her image. She really is beautiful.
Today might be a good day!
Way to go, supervisor! After the supervisor started showing smiles, the office atmosphere began to change. Gone was the previous tense atmosphere. Everyone seemed to be enjoying their work. I felt relieved by this change in the workplace atmosphere.
The supervisor's been a bit gentler lately.
I could hear such comments from the neighboring desk.
Work's actually becoming fun.
Some people even said that. The supervisor's change was definitely having a positive impact on the workplace. That night, I was at the bar with my supervisor again. After we finished talking about work, she smiled at me and said,
Thanks to you, Motomiya, I was able to change a little.
I was surprised by your change too, supervisor. Everyone's saying that work has become more enjoyable since you became kinder.
He's pretty handsome, isn't he?
I was surprised by your change too, supervisor. Everyone's saying that work has become more enjoyable since you became kinder.
Really? That's good.
The supervisor breathed a sigh of relief. I found this moment, talking one-on-one with my supervisor, comfortable. Feeling like the distance between us was gradually closing, we emptied our beer mugs. The next morning, at the morning meeting, our boss introduced a new colleague.
Starting today, Mr. Hayami will be joining us as a member of our company.
I'm Ryu Hayami. Nice to meet you all.
As Hayami stepped forward and bowed, the female employees began whispering.
He's pretty handsome, isn't he? This might be fun.
Such voices could be heard.
Yukimura, you and Hayami were colleagues at his previous job, right? Help him out if he needs anything.
Miss Yukimura, it's been a while. Here you're a supervisor, right? Please, take care of me.
Likewise, please take care of me.
At that moment, I caught a glimpse of the supervisor's expression. It seemed a bit stiff. I felt something unsettling in my chest. A few weeks after Hayami joined the company, With his good looks and friendly personality, he had seamlessly integrated into our department.
The supervisor's always been strict, you know. At her previous company, several subordinates quit because of her. I heard about it.
Really? She's been smiling a lot lately.
But she was really harsh before. That sounds believable.
Maybe she's reformed?
Yeah, that's just for brownie points with the boss. She's putting on a peaceful front.
Hearing this, the employees began to exchange glances and gradually showed dissatisfied expressions.
So that was the reason.
I'm disappointed.
They whispered.
I was just starting to trust the supervisor lately.
But hearing that story makes me think there might be something behind that smile.
Well, it's better not to be fooled by the facade. In the end, she hasn't changed from how she used to be.
The employees gradually built up suspicion towards the supervisor. And as a result, the office atmosphere became increasingly heavy. The rumors spread quickly throughout the office, and the workplace atmosphere became even worse than before.
This document is well done. Just fix this part here.
Yeah, got it.
While the employees didn't outright rebel against the supervisor's instructions, they were paying less attention to her words.
Is the document due today ready?
It's still 11 a.m. So annoying. Isn't this harassment?
I immediately reprimanded that employee. Hey, what's with that attitude? Just report your progress.
I'll put it on the supervisor's desk by today.
The supervisor was at a loss for words, unable to understand the sudden change in the employee's attitude. When it came time to leave and employees started heading home, I wanted to discuss the recent strange atmosphere in the office, so I decided to invite the supervisor for drinks. Supervisor, want to go for drinks after a while?
Sorry, I have to check these documents.
I couldn't believe my eyes. On her desk was a mountain of documents piled high. What the hell is this? I couldn't help but exclaim. I'd never seen such a situation.
They all got submitted at once. I should stop giving instructions to submit everything by the day.
But still,
Besides, there have been a lot of basic mistakes lately.
isn't Hayami doing this on purpose?
I wonder. But the fact is that work has piled up like this.
I'll help you. Let's go for drinks quickly. The supervisor's eyes widened at my suggestion. After thinking for a moment, she finally said,
Well, maybe I'll ask for a little help.
We desperately finished the work and entered the bar after 9 p.m. We toasted with the beer that was brought to us and blew away the day's fatigue.
Thank you so much, Motomiya. I was prepared for an all-nighter, so you really saved me.
No, I didn't do anything special. Data turned into Dave. Directions turned into erections. What the hell? Is this some kind of brain teaser? No matter how many times I try to type it, this autocorrect is completely screwed.
It's all Hayami's fault. That bastard is the absolute worst. He's deliberately sabotaging my work.
Supervisor, keep your voice down.
But Hayami keeps poisoning my team against me. He has no idea what I'm going through.
Hey, easy there. Everyone's staring.
I work my ass off every single day. Why am I the only one who has to suffer like this?
Here, drink some water. Just breathe for a second.
God, I'm sorry. I lost it there.
Hey, don't worry about it. The alcohol's talking. While I was surprised by the supervisor's dramatic breakdown, I kept a calm face and continued encouraging her so she could feel even a little better. The supervisor was scheduled to go on a business trip with a subordinate the next day. She had given instructions to all the staff for tasks during the business trip.
I'll keep my phone on during the trip, so call if anything comes up.
At that moment, I heard a muttered voice.
Going with the supervisor? What a pain.
I frowned at those words but didn't say anything. Making a big deal out of it wouldn't do any good. The next morning brought a bombshell. The employee schedule for the business trip dropped this on us.
Look, I can't deal with going anywhere with you, supervisor. No offense, and honestly, I'm feeling pretty under the weather today.
He pressed his hand against his forehead with all the dramatic flair of a soap opera actor.
That's a problem. You're handling key parts of this presentation.
The guy couldn't have cared less about her concerns, fake coughing his way through his excuse.
Sorry, but it's just not happening. Please, find someone else.
That's when Hayami slithered in with his poison.
Come on, forcing someone to travel when they're sick? That's pretty heartless. Besides, everyone's been talking about how intense your management style can be.
The other employees ate it up, exchanging knowing looks and barely suppressed smirks.
He's got a point. We've all been walking on eggshells around here. With that track record for the past. Motomiya, I gotta hand it to you. You've got balls. You can't tell me you haven't heard the stories.
Watching Mizuho's face go rigid, something inside me snapped. I stepped right up to Hayami, my voice cutting through the office like ice. I trust her completely. And funny how her reputation only started going to hell after a certain someone showed up. Care to explain that timing? The office went dead silent.
Are you trying to seriously pin this on me?
I'm taking the business trip. Supervisor, are we good? Hayami's expression turned murderous, while the supervisor gave me a firm, grateful nod. On the train, we found ourselves sitting side by side in the quiet car. While I buried myself in project documents, I could sense the supervisor's restlessness beside me. The morning's confrontation clearly still eating at her. I gotta have her back on this. But when it came time to work, she was pure steel. The presentation went flawlessly. We even grabbed souvenirs for the office crew, and before we knew it, we were heading home. That was incredible work today. You absolutely nailed that presentation.
Thanks, but it's only because you had my back out there. It's not beer, but tears.
Thank you.
Do you know what's crazy? I'd forgotten how good it feels to share a win with someone who actually gets it.
Same here. It's an honor working with you. That quiet moment on the train shifted something fundamental between us. I could feel it. Whatever was building here was about to change everything. Even after we returned from the business trip, the office atmosphere didn't change. The supervisor would give instructions, but everyone continued to ignore her silently.
Everyone, please report on the project progress.
Huh? Do we need to listen to what the supervisor says? It's just brownie points anyway, right?
Can't we have Hayami as the leader instead? That would be much more rewarding.
Employees who had grown attached to Hayami increasingly made their own decisions, causing the supervisor's project to stagnate, and the overall office atmosphere to become heavy. I was drinking with the supervisor at the bar again. Swirling the ice in her glass, she began to speak quietly.
At my previous job, I once reported corporate misconduct. Because of that, I faced continuous pressure from upper management and eventually had to quit. Still, I'm proud that I was able to stick to what I believed was right. But because of that, my strictness became bothersome at this workplace too.
Supervisor.
I can't work in this environment anymore. I'm going to request a transfer.
The supervisor's mind was made up. The next morning, the supervisor requested a transfer from our boss.
I can no longer work here. I'd like to request a transfer.
There's actually a branch that needs people. How about transferring there?
Thank you very much. Please make the arrangements.
I have something to tell everyone. It's been decided that Supervisor Yukimura will be transferring.
The employees began murmuring at the boss's words. Hayami stepped forward with a malicious smile.
Just when I thought we could work together. This is unfortunate.
That's right.
Given his experience at his previous job, we'll make Hayami the leader of the ongoing project. Yukimura, please handle the handover.
Yes.
Once the boss left, Hayami with a smirking face said something outrageous to the supervisor.
The supervisor probably wouldn't want to have a farewell party with noisy employees like us, right?
Let's get drinks without the supervisor then. I'll pick the place.
Hey, that's enough! I shouted and grabbed Hayami by the collar. Surprised screams rose from around us. But I stared sharply at Hayami.
Stop it, Motomiya.
No way, not with this guy.
Hey, calm down. It's just a joke.
What the hell, man? Are you on her side or something? Fine, you don't have to come either.
Because I'm in a supervisory position, I've tried to do the right thing. Hayami, what you're doing is just cowardly tactics to protect yourself.
Those words were like a sharp blade, and while Hayami tried to argue back, he was overwhelmed by the supervisor's resolute gaze. Hayami lost his words and looked away. The supervisor didn't back down an inch, quietly dominating the scene with her presence. It was also the supervisor who changed the atmosphere. She clapped her hands and called out to everyone.
Now, let's get back to work. Hayami, I have hand over documents, so come this way.
In the empty office, the supervisor was alone preparing for her transfer. As it grew dark outside, she organized materials and documents, but suddenly her hands stopped, and tears welled up in her eyes.
How much time and effort have I put in to get this far? It's frustrating, but...
She closed her eyes and took a deep breath, but the tears wouldn't stop. The supervisor began to cry quietly. When I opened the office door, I saw the supervisor's tear-stricken face. Supervisor?
Oh, Motomiya, you should get heading home.
But I stepped forward to the supervisor and bowed deeply. Please take me with you. I want to learn more under your guidance.
Thank you. But are you really prepared for this?
Yes, I'll follow you anywhere. The supervisor smiled at my determination and wiped away her tears.
Then let's work hard together.
Alright, I'm going to submit my request right now.
Wait a minute.
The supervisor's slender arm stopped me as I was about to rush out energetically.
Hey, calm down. I'll recommend you. Besides, the boss already clocked out.
But...
Don't worry. I'll properly convey your situation.
Later, with the supervisor's recommendation, my transfer was also approved. After we transferred, Hayami was expected to perform well in his leadership role, but those expectations quickly turned to despair. Hayami's instructions were vague, and he had no ability to bring the team together. The project stagnated and quickly fell into chaos.
Why? Just because that woman is gone, why isn't anything going well?
His incompetence quickly became apparent, and harsh criticism came from upper management.
Look at this mess! Hayami, you're not capable of replacing Yukimura.
At that moment, Hayami was given a demotion. His incompetence had already become a rumor. This made it completely definitive.
Starting today, I'll be assigned here. Please take care of me.
The handsome newcomer who arrived was both good-natured and competent. With his appearance, Hayami's position worsened even more. His followers also turned on Hayami and began attacking him.
That new guy is really amazing. He's completely different from Hayami, who's all talk.
That's right. Hayami might be finished.
Later, Hayami's harassment and power abuse toward the supervisor became known both inside and outside the company, and his reputation plummeted. Eventually, he became isolated within the company and was fired after demotion. It was a cold exit that no one mourned. Meanwhile, the supervisor and I made a fresh start on a new branch. The supervisor's leadership remained as reliable as ever, and I supported her with everything I had. As a result, the branch's performance continued to grow steadily. The company also grew significantly, and we could feel our efforts bearing fruit.
Hey, I'm not the supervisor here, you know?
Sorry, old habits die hard. When work settled down, I finally had some personal time. Having wanted to get closer to her, I decided to take the plunge and ask her on a date. Mizuho, would you like to go shopping together on our next day off? The supervisor showed a slightly surprised expression, but soon smiled softly and answered,
That sounds nice. Let's go.
My heart raced at once. Mizuho continued with a smile.
I wonder if this counts as a date.
Seeing that smile, I felt this rush of excitement about whatever was coming next.
Wasn't that lovely? Like and subscribe for more videos. See you again!